Well, hi there, it's Jennifer and welcome to my channel. In this particular video, I am coming to you on a lovely Friday evening with my family. I have my daughter Lydia and her fiance Brogan, my daughter Megan and her husband Andreas, my son Daniel, my husband John, and myself, and we've gathered together to celebrate the official engagement of Lydia and Brogan. Now, these two have been friends for quite a few years now. They've been dating seriously for over a year. My daughter already has her dress. They're getting married September 16th, 2025, so just 3 months away. And they are quite prepared already for their wedding, but they waited on the engagement by design. Brogan comes from a military family. A lot of his mother and father are both in the military. They both have served several deployments overseas and been separated from their families. His brother also. At the request of his family, they wanted to wait. They asked Brogan if he would wait to do the official proposal until they all had a chance to meet Lydia. And his brother just returned home from deployment, as well as his father. So all of the family has had a chance to meet and interact with Lydia. That way the official engagement could take place. So it's been very special, and we are now officially celebrating that tonight. You'll probably notice that my daughter Megan is not in a whole lot of the videos. That's because she doesn't want to be featured on my YouTube channel. So I am usually working around her, but if you're wondering why I don't focus on her that much, that is why. As a YouTuber, as I love her, she's beautiful. I'd love to put her on my videos, but as YouTubers, we've got to respect those people who do not want to be on a YouTube channel for the world to see. But her husband Andreas, he is really fantastic. I'm going to try to find some clips to put in here. He is part of a fire circus. He is an amazing performer. He's absolutely hilarious. Very not a shy bone in his body at all. Absolutely wonderful. But he's like, oh, you could put me in your YouTube channel. And same thing with Brogan. But so you'll notice that Megan, my daughter, you'll see glimpses of her, and that is it. But yeah, look at these lights here in this restaurant. I think they're pretty funky. There was live music playing this night too, and it just had a really great ambiance. A quick little toilet selfie that I'm quoting this wonderful lady who I follow, her Facebook page, and she's in United Kingdom, and she always does her toilet selfies, she calls them. So I always try to do that whenever I go into the bathrooms. But this was a lovely evening, and here we are getting ready to enjoy some delicious dessert. Daniel got the key lime pie. John and I got this creme brulee. I love creme brulee. Lydia and Brogan got a chocolate cake with ice cream, and Andreas took bites of things, and Megan passed, and here I am getting ready to these two are so cute. Oh, and our waiter Juan Sebastian was fabulous. And look at this adorable couple. They're such a beautiful match. And it's really wonderful to watch the children grow and to find their life partners. And Daniel's got a girl he's interested in, and they're just, starting off as friends. And so yeah, who knows where that will take them. And now we're walking out of the restaurant right here, just off to the left. I'll pan there really quick. And there was an amazing live singer there. And then once we hug and say goodbye, we do some pictures out here in the front. Then John, Daniel, and I are going to go up to the top of a parking garage. I guess they show movies in the open air at times and games. When we went up there, it was really quiet, but we had fun going and looking up there, and look at how adorable these two are.
Sorry. That's okay. I'm totally taking up a lot of space right here.
All right, now we are going to be heading over to where our truck is. And when we first pulled in, John was telling us about the top level of this parking garage, how it has that open air theater. I think they do a movie night once a week, but also there's areas where you can play basketball and do games. It was really quiet when we went out there, but something was going on in the downtown Times Square, and they had the music pumping. So you could hear it all throughout the city, but it was such a beautiful night. this night, you know how you can have those nights where it feels delicious? The temperature is so perfect that it feels so lovely. And we don't have a whole lot of those here in Alaska. It's either too cold, or it's too hot, or it's too dark, or it's too light. It's hard to find those times where there's just this perfect balance. But you can see, I'm not quite sure what time it is right now. I think we're about 9 p.m. at this particular moment here. And you can see the sun is still up, shining in the sky. As we approach the summer solstice, it will be light 24 hours. And then the sun will be up in the sky, I think around till 10:30 or 11. But what's interesting too is we've had to break out our air conditioners. In fact, that's what my husband was doing the day before. Because the sun is so low on the horizon, it never goes up and overhead because of where we're located on the globe. And now that we have so many hours of daylight, the sun just beats into the windows of our homes here, and it bakes the inside of the homes. They get so hot, it's like a greenhouse effect. So we have to run air conditioning units once the temperatures start getting up into the upper 60s. And here in Anchorage, it doesn't get too hot. We're typically pretty mild. Typical summer temperature averages are in the 60s, but we will see 70s. And when we do, and it's a sunny day out, if we don't manage the airflow in the home and run air conditioning units, it'll be close to 90 inside the house, which seems so crazy considering how cool it is. And then the way that our homes are insulated here, the heat just builds up over days. So you've got to get on it really early. It's really fascinating. I was just noticing right kind of straight ahead that there is a little carnival set up with Golden Wheel Amusements. They do all of the rides for our little state fair and then any carnivals throughout the summertime. And I have found as an adult, it's hard to find people who want to go on rides. So I was making a date with my son because he will go on the rides with me. None of my other family members will. So he and I were talking about making a date where we could go head over to that carnival and ride the rides, especially the zipper. Honestly, I could probably ride that thing over and over and over again. I was also noticing that there is a new ride. They have a little small pendulum style ride, which my dream bucket list is to go on one of those massive ones. One year we traveled to Virginia. We went to King's Dominion and they have got a massive pendulum ride, which is so great when you go to those theme parks because the rides are bigger because they're stationary. When we went to this particular theme park, I was so excited to go on this pendulum ride, right? It was down for maintenance the day that we were there. And I was like, no, I live in Alaska. I've been dreaming of riding this ride and it was down for maintenance. But anyway, I was noticing that our Golden Wheel Amusements has you can see it right there in the center, that triangle shape, a pendulum ride. So I'm kind of excited to try that one out. But anyway, yeah, look at this gorgeous, gorgeous evening. Lots of views of downtown Anchorage. Here's a nice view of the sun in the sky. You can see it's around 9 p.m. right now, and you can see that the sun is still up in the sky, just happy as can be. And that's about the height that it gets on the horizon. It'll be a little bit higher, but not much. I brought my selfie stick with me to do some filming, and I ended up just leaving it in the car and not taking it with me to the restaurant. And then when we came here to the parking garage, we didn't even go to our truck. We just went straight up to this rooftop. And I was like, oh, I wish I had my selfie stick. And my husband's like, oh, why don't we just go walk down there? We'll go grab it. We'll drive the truck up and then we can continue to look around up here, which is exactly what we did. You can see I'm just hanging on to my phone.
It's a fast response. Probably. Is it
10 or 11?
No, because we got locked down again. You know, just after 8.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so.
Thank you, my love.
Are a lot more.
All right, I want to set us up. You guys want to go back over there? So I kind of like this view. All right, truck is now parked on top of the roof. I don't know why I kept it recording just right here, but yep, I'm like, oh, I see myself up close. I don't know if I'm going to keep this clip in the video, but I'm getting everything ready. And of course, if you're a YouTuber, you know what it's like to set up shots. And I'm like, okay, everybody go pose over here. It was just so nice, and so I'm getting it set up so I can go stand next to them.
I can't see.
I know, right? Here, I'll come this way. All right, ready? It was such a beautiful night, and the sky and the temperature, everything was so perfect. We weren't ready to go home yet, so we thought, oh, let's just drive around the city for a little bit. It feels so nice. It's a Friday evening, another great view of the sun. At this point, it's probably closer to 9:30. We were up on that rooftop for a while. Yep, so we are the land of the midnight sun, and the further you go north, the more daylight. And when you're located at the tip of Alaska, there's a lot of communities up there. The sun will be up 24 hours a day, sun shining. They won't have any of the civil twilight. Here in Anchorage, we will have light all night long, but the sun will dip below the horizon and there will be just the civil twilight. But of course, the further north you go, the sun is up 24 hours a day. The restaurant to the right here is called the 49th State Brewery. It is a very popular hot spot here in Alaska. They've got this big courtyard area here, the rooftop, several levels inside. It is busy all of the time. I finally made my way there with my youngest daughter, Lydia, a couple of weeks ago. They've got a little store in there with their own merchandise. They've got their own packaging and their own soda. It's really amazing. And I had one of their, it was like their, what was it, a mystery soda that you could order off the menu. Plus they have some of the other ones you can pick, but it was amazing. It was really good. I look forward to getting to know this restaurant and their food a little bit more. But we heard the train whistle, so we were hustling and making our way to the train station, and perfect timing. I'm going to be ending this video with some lovely moments with the train. I think trains are just magical, aren't they? There's something about them that's fascinating and intriguing, and you just want to stop and watch them. When we were at the light for the train to pass through, we thought for sure it was going to be passing through right in front of us at that time, but it didn't. So we went around, driving around by a creek here called Ship Creek. I've taken us around here before when I go to the small boat launch. And we were watching the combat fishing because the king salmon are in right now. and people will be lined elbow to elbow. We were watching somebody bring in a huge king salmon when we heard the train sound, and we were like, oh, let's go see it, let's go see it. This is a huge parking lot that my husband was driving in so that way I could film the train. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Eventually you're going to see the engineer get out, and he's working on, he's cranking something there in the front, and I stopped recording, but then he looked up and we waved to him, and anyway, it was pretty cool. And now we are on our way home. What a lovely, lovely evening. It was delightful celebrating Lydia and Brogan officially. My favorite kind of time is family time. I also enjoyed hanging out with the guys tonight, and it was a lovely evening. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.